Okay, so today we're going to take you through the process of updating your Microsoft Office products to the new Office 365 Office 2016 version. This tutorial will be for the Windows users. First thing you're going to want to do, open a web browser. You'll want to browse to the following site, portal.office365.com. You'll be presented with the login page for Office 365. You'll use your PrimeRevenue email address and your PrimeRevenue email password. Click Sign In. This is your Office 365 homepage. Here, in the upper right, will be 2 check marks that you want to remove. Now, you are free to click the Install Now button. What will happen is, an installer will download here, and when it finishes, you can attempt to run it. But you may get an error, like you'll see here. This error message that you'll see here is due to the fact that many of our users are already on 64-bit Microsoft Office versions. If you didn't get this error, you can go ahead and allow the install to finish, and then we'll pick up later on in the video. For those of you who get this error message, the solution is simple. You close back out to this screen. What you want to do is click Other Installs, which will take you to a page that looks like this. You'll scroll down, and here you'll see Version. You need to click Advanced and change this to the 64-bit version. Then click Install. Now we're going to run the installer. As you can see, we don't get the error message. And you'll begin to see the installation process. As the installer goes, these will begin to light up as that functionality has been installed. This process typically doesn't take a very long time. So I'm going to go ahead and let the video roll so that you can see. This is in real time. We're not skipping ahead here. We'll ignore the fact that apparently I need some updates. Something to note is that once these blocks go colored like this, you can actually begin using those applications even while the installer is still running. again, we're just going to let this roll because I want you to have a good, confident feel for how long this takes. It really doesn't take all that long, but it can feel that way. This should give you a decent enough gauge for how long it should take for these applications to become set up and ready to go. Alright, so it's getting pretty close to finishing up. I'm going to go ahead and show you something while that's happening. Most of you will have an Outlook shortcut similar to this one that I have here at the bottom of my screen. What you'll want to do as a Windows user when you're done is to go ahead and click on your Start menu, which may look different depending on your version of Windows. But no matter your version of Windows, you're going to want to go into all of your programs and scroll down. And you'll see Outlook 2016. So I want to right click Outlook 2016, and in my case I want to click Pin to Start, which will create an icon for it here. So you can see the Outlook and Office installation is finished here. So we can go ahead and close that. We no longer need the web browser either. You can close out of this notification that Office is installed, and you have fully functioning Office 2016. The first thing I want to do is just open Outlook, and as you can see, I open Outlook in Outlook 2016 and immediately my inbox populates. It takes no time, no reconfiguration. It just simply populates with my email. And that is the general process. I'll replace all of my shortcuts that I had for Outlook 2013, and I'll simply go in and replace them with shortcuts for Outlook, Word, Excel, etc. 2016. One final note is that if you do have previous versions on here, for example, some users may prefer a certain version of Excel and don't want to use the 2016 version of Excel. The Office 365 applications will not replace the versions that you have on there. They'll simply install alongside them. So if you decide I need to use Excel on the version that I have, that's okay. You can continue to do that. There's nothing that forces you over with the exception of Outlook. Outlook has to be done on the 2016 version to work with Office 365. But as far as your other applications, you're free to use whichever version that you like. Although I would recommend using the 2016 versions as much as possible, because the 2013 versions will simply be taking up space on your drive if you're not using them. If that's the case, you'll want to go in and potentially remove these applications. You can do that by going into the control panel, going into Programs and Features, finding the version of Outlook and Office that is old. In this case, I've got Office 2013 Standard, and I can simply uninstall Office 2013 Standard to free up space on my machine. So that's the process for the upgrade. I hope this was helpful, and as always, if you have any questions, you can reach out to myself or the help desk team. We will be happy to support you in this process. Thanks a lot.